Wow, where is everybody?
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Did you have a good summer?
I had a busy summer. There's no doubt about that.
Work-wise or city?
Work and Aquafest.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a council member, and he's on community transit, right?
Yeah, but I don't usually mention all that.
You have a lot to juggle.
So it seems like Aquafest was good this year. I wasn't around.
Yeah, well, it's good because you weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't
the-
trying to do cause and effect,
Yeah,
but
okay.
maybe that works.
No,
That's
the
good.
numbers were certainly down. Excuse me. But that was because we didn't have a carnival and it was really hot. I mean, it was up in the mid 90s and it was just about unbearable. But it's either the 90s or it's raining.
I
You
thought
know.
there was I was surprised about how many people because of the heat.
Yeah, there was quite a few people, but it wasn't
Yeah.
as like we usually get
Yeah,
because there was no carnival.
yeah.
They get down, the families that get down there with their kids, the kids didn't have that much to do. They get all whiny because it was hot and okay, we're out of here,
And
Can't-
did the chamber ever get that ride that
Yeah, we
So-
used it. Yeah, we
Oh, cool.
did do it. We did it on the 4th of July and we did it at Aquafest. It was a blast, but hardly anybody really used it.
hmm,
And during Aquafest, we probably just had it in the wrong place. It's all about location.
right.
So hardly anybody actually saw that it was there. And but the people that were using it were sure having a blast, especially when it was so hot out.
Yeah, cool.
Well, we're live streaming now. I know we have no Debbie tonight and no Kurt, but I haven't heard anybody else. Kevin, have you?
No, I was concerned that we might have trouble with the quorum with
Monday Night
the
Football?
way things are.
Oh, I was thinking Seahawks game tonight.
Seahawks. Seahawks.
Yes.
First game of the season.
Yep.
Well, you want to give it till 10 after the 10-minute rule?
I think that sounds good.
So Eugene, Gene, you like to go by Gene, right?
Gene's, yeah. Eugene is, if I'm in a professional setting, Gene's going to be perfectly fine with the
Well,
commission.
we're nowhere near professional in this thing, so.
There are times when I go by Eugene, but most of the time it's just Gene's.
So your mom's mad at you, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly right.
yeah. So you got a copy of the agenda, right?
I did not. I was provided the link, but if I did get a copy of the agenda, I missed it. I don't believe.
Oh,
I
okay.
Okay, sorry about that, Gene. Just so you know too, it's always on our city calendar. I'll make sure, of course, going forward, I'm sure you're going to be on the commission. You will get it from me when I send it out to everybody else. But it is on our city calendar, right on the homepage. If you click tonight's meeting, and you can do download agenda or go to agendas and packets, and you'll see all of the city council and boards and commission packets.
Okay,
So,
I can do that enough. If we're still waiting, I can do that. I got a couple minutes yet.
Hi, Dennis.
hi, Dennis.
Hi there. Couldn't find the mute button.
That's
Good to see
okay.
you.
We know
How
it
is
is.
everybody?
We know how it is in the Army, so.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. I was making fun of a Marine today, so, karma, it comes back to you.
Yeah, we gotta be careful. We have a new member coming in.
Hey,
and,
don't be disparaging the Marine Corps.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
we got another Marine coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
Dennis-
this Marine I've known since he was 12.
Oh, you know Eugene? Okay, or Gene?
No,
Oh.
the Marine I was making fun of, I've known since
Oh,
he was
oh,
12. He's one of my Boy Scouts in my troop, and now I work with him.
Oh, that's funny. Dennis, this is Gene.
Hello,
on
Gene.
Hi,
tonight,
Dennis.
and, he's in background right now to be one of our new commission members for Veterans Commission. So that's exciting.
Yes.
Invited him to the meeting, so.
Dennis,
And I
we're gonna
think-
give it 5 or maybe 4 more minutes and either call it a night or whatever. It doesn't look like we're gonna get a quorum.
Yeah, I have one thing I can share with the group before we sign off, but I'll wait till we get closer to see if we can make it, maybe,
Yeah, I was
maybe the
gonna ask,
Seahawks will score and we'll get a bunch of people joining.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to go over anything that we didn't have to make decisions on.
Right. Yeah, just this is more informational things I got from Debbie that she was gonna bring up, but she's got a conflict tonight. I was hoping Vern or Samara would join just because I'm curious as to, I was away for a good part of the summer. And I don't know if we've done anything on our Route 204 cleanup
No, we
mission.
have not.
Hmm.
I thought the last meeting, they said there was a conflict because there's another group doing it too.
Yeah,
And
but
that
they
we need to
split it.
coordinate.
What they did was they split it between that group and us. So they're doing this, they're doing the, I guess, the west side coming up and we're doing the east side going down.
Okay.
And when we meet in the middle, there's no fighting. But we haven't been able to put together a date to get out there and do it. We need to do that pretty quick.
Yep. Yep. So I think what I'm leaning towards, since, it's been a couple months since we've been together, is maybe, I guess I need to do it through you, Kelly, but I can be the bad cop and you can forward the email.
Mhm.
Just, remind people of the things they signed up for
Mhm.
and let them know that, we need to get an update to you prior to the next meeting so we can come to the meeting with something to look at rather than each other or in addition to each other.
Yeah, I think that's fine, and I don't mind sending it to you either way.
Well, we'll stick with the rules of public noticing and stuff. So I'll draft it and send it to you to forward to the group so that no one raises any concerns.
Let me make sure I don't have anybody else. Okay. If I could really quick, can I share screen? Just in that vein, we can talk about the agenda. So on our agenda tonight, having problems here. We have names next to people.
Yeah.
So I assume that's still good, correct?
Yeah. Let's see, couple things on the agenda. So scroll back up to number 2.
Oh,
And you gotta delete the mayor from leading us in the,
oh my gosh.
he keeps wanting to show up.
He does like you guys, just saying, but
does.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. I
And
don't
we're gonna give him a break.
really thought I had corrected that on every agenda going forward. Okay, yep, I'll do that.
And let's see, the other change that was made that I didn't review this one. Can you scroll down a little more? Coffee Klatch should have Debbie as the lead now and Kim as the backup. That was the other change we made.
Okay, and we're not calling it that anymore, correct? Are we
Well,
still?
Didn't Debbie just cancel that?
Yeah, I was gonna, yes, she did, but just, we still want to track it as an activity. She wants to put it on hold until after the survey.
So why don't we go ahead and add something to the agenda, like number 7.A or whatever, to the things that we've decided to hold.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We actually did that. So that's the other thing, Kelly, is that from item G down should be under a separate heading that says activities on hold, right? So the war memorial, community events, emergency response, VSO, and job fair are all on hold right now.
And the Coffee Klatch or whatever it's called.
Yeah, why don't we leave Coffee Klatch where it is till we have a real meeting and Debbie can update us and then we can move it.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, Kevin. I think I didn't change that in the master template, but I'll make sure I do that.
No worries. It was my bad for not sending you an agenda in advance. I should be doing that. That was, thank you for being gracious about it.
Oh, of course. Well, no, thank you. So are we calling it a cup of Joe with Joe's and Jane's? Are we
Yeah,
saying?
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start referring to it as that.
Yeah, let's not do the acronym of it because then I'd be really confused.
Yeah, that would be.
Cup of Joe with Joe's and Jane's. Okay.
And I'm not surprised no one showed up because no one probably could say the whole sentence in, in one breath. I can say that when Sean's not here. Okay. So I think we're probably at we're at 7:11. So I have one thing I wanted to just share with you guys before we log off, but does anyone else have anything they want to share?
Oh, Gene, I'm sorry that this was a kind of a waste of your time. No, wait, I can't hear you for some reason, Gene.
No,
You're
not
not-
a waste of my time. It's an experience, and I just got to learn the process. Once I
Yeah.
learn the process and the form and function of how things work, I'll be all right with this. It's an unfortunate, right? But I'm still learning from it.
So
Right,
Kevin,
so
Kevin,
go
if you
ahead,
don't
Kel.
mind, let me ask it. Just let me inform Gene of a couple of things we didn't get to talk to him about on Friday. Gene, two things that are important about how our commissions are run is they are underneath the same rules as the council. And those rules would be under the Public Records Act
Yep.
and the Public Meetings Act. We have to be very careful. So when Kevin was talking about sending an email, if we need to send an email to the group, it has to go through Kelly. We cannot be contacting each other and talking offline with everybody. But that gets termed as a roving meeting, and it's not legal in the state of Washington.
Okay.
And so, and likewise, if we were in a public setting with us there, we can't have more than 3 people talking together, or that's illegal also, unless we notice it as a meeting that we're all going to be there. So it has to be public notice that we're all, 4 of us are going to be there or whatever. So that's another thing we have to be careful of. And then we're all under the Public Records Act, where they can ask for any of our records that has to do with the Veterans Commission.
So I'll just add to that if I can. Thanks, Kim. That was really good. The other thing that picking up on the Public Records Act, and there'll be periodic training that you'll go to that the city hosts. So you don't have to go out and do a ton of research. It's just, we'll let you get a week under your belt before you get hit with that. But the bottom line is that because Kelly is a member of staff, her email gets backed up with the city's email and archived. So
Yeah.
for anything for records retention and complying with all these public, right to know kind of things, it's always best to send stuff through Kelly. And it's another reason to send it to her, because then it gets backed up on the city's server archives, and it's not something, we have to be suddenly, they're looking for records from us as individuals.
Yeah, and Jean, on that note, I'm going to send you links to both what Kim was talking about, the Open Public Meetings Act, which
Yeah.
talks about quorums, and everything that we do is public record, and the records retention. So there's 2 really good videos, and actually it's a requirement now by RCW that any volunteer positions go through these trainings within, I think, 6 months of when you get on. Something like that. So yeah, I'll make sure you get those. They're great videos. They're worth the time. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know.
Yeah, they're action packed.
So one of the things I'll just go to where I was going to share, and with a little more preamble, so it isn't like totally hitting Gene from sideways, hopefully. We've had one meeting together in like 3 years, right? And last in June we met. And I was going to ask you, Kelly, maybe I can segue into this as a question. Are we still in a joint meeting format with requirement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tonight was just because of Labor Day being last week. We Eugene or Gene, keep calling you Gene. Eugene, we meet the first Monday of the month, but given that it was Labor Day, we pushed it out. And this is also the day that Park Board meets, the second Monday. So we didn't have a conference room tonight. But
Yeah,
Kevin,
the
we don't-
requirement we're working under right now is that we can have a public hearing, but it also has to be accessible digitally for people to join remotely. So there's only a couple of rooms in the city that have really the AV setup to broadcast and for us to be able to hear people if they are. Not that, you know, people are knocking down the walls to join the commission's meetings, but we do have to, because we're under the city, we have to follow the same rules. So that's why we're not meeting in person tonight, is we couldn't find a room that could accommodate both. And we have to have the web conference part. So Kelly and I just decided we'd go back to the Zoom meetings that we all know and love. And
but in October, we shouldn't have an issue for our first Monday in October. Will be
right.
our next meeting, Gene.
Okay.
So we'll hold it in the Sawyer's room and in the mill. So
So
and you can participate either way, in person
Yeah.
or Zoom.
So I'm going to give an editorial comment here to say it's no secret that we've been struggling a little to get traction again after the pandemic, you know, just because we haven't been able to meet. And we ended up having a couple of discussions that we tried to do during the pandemic. One of these things was this coffee klatch or coming together. And it started out great. And then as the pandemic, well, I shouldn't say great, promising, right? We got some people to show up. They seemed excited, but we've lost interest over time. We can't get people to show up. So we've tried a few things, and the update from Debbie, this, as Dennis mentioned, you know, the update was going to be, let's put it on hold because the last couple of meetings over the summer, the only people to show up were the commission members. So we've got to rethink that, because I do think it was a great idea. There's got to be value there. We've just got to figure out how to communicate better to reach our audience. One of the other things that we talked about, and again, Debbie was sort of taking the lead on this, is this idea of doing a community survey. So I'm saying this also for Kim and Dennis. This was sort of the update I was going to give from Debbie that she sent to me, is that most of this is review, and I'm just pulling my notes up here. Through Debbie's work, she's able to pull the number of people that live in the city that have loans through the VA. And that number was close to 1,000. It was over 900, not quite 1,000. Now, in addition to that, we know there's a couple of hundred homes in Constitution Park that are rentals. So we've got a known veteran community of somewhere between 1,000 to 1,200 families, homes, and we haven't been able to do a good job of reaching them. So the idea was to get a survey out there and just ask them, you know, what do they need from us? Where could we improve? And all those kind of questions. So along those lines, there's really two pieces of work here, I think. One is the survey questions themselves, constructing, you know, the flow and how that's going to work, because we'll do an online survey. But what we decided is we would do a mailing to these people with a quick, you know, tiny URL kind of thing to get to the survey, right? So there's constructing the questions. We did an early first pass back in May. It's time to dust that off and really get serious about it now. So I would just encourage anyone who, you know, I see that as a couple of side meetings to construct things that we can send out for viewing and then come together as a group to finalize, because I don't think with 11 people, if we get everybody here, it will take forever to finalize a survey. So I'm going to ask Debbie to pick that up and sort of run with it between now and our next meeting, and I would encourage you guys to look for an email from her. It will come through Kelly. But if you're interested in scrubbing these questions, you know, speak up, because we got to get moving on this survey. Then the other piece is we'll actually have to communicate the to the veterans. So there's going to be a mailer. We need to design the mailer, and Debbie's gotten the quotes from Alexander Printing. So it's going to cost, put my numbers here. We have two options of a 4x6 or a 5x8 type mailer, right? So we can debate and discuss which one's which, but the more expensive one, the 5x8, is $600 for 1,000 of them, right? So we got $600 for the card itself to print it. We've got about $250 to send out 1,000. So if we're talking 1,200, that might be $300 in stamps. And then we'll have to pay some money maybe for a month for an online survey. So I'm going to throw out $100 for that if we do like a Survey Monkey, and then some kind of a fudge factor, right? So we're probably talking about $1,200 in that range. 1,000 to 1,200 is my estimate of what we're going to need to approve to spend. And as a reminder, we've got between 3,000 and 3,500 in carryover funds from our budget. So again, we can't talk about that in any way in terms of allocating money now, but at the next meeting, I hope to be in a position where we could make a motion to move forward on this stuff. Let's see. So I think that was all I wanted to cover on that to bring you guys up to date. Again, mostly it's a heads up that I know Debbie wants to get going on this. I want to get going. I know there was a new deployment from, I think it was the Navy guys. So there's, you know, we'll have to run the list again of who the residents are, because they would have shifted. But it looks like Debbie can turn that around in a couple days. I think that's all I have, unless you guys have any questions or comments that you want me to share back with Debbie.
One of the things we can do on the survey, instead of having to pay for it, is we could actually use the foundation's website and do a survey on that website. And that would get a little bit more visibility to the foundation website.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cautious on that, Kim. So I'm losing my thought here of you know, I'll say show me. Well, who's the show me state? Is that
Missouri.
Missouri, right? So okay, we'll see that one, and then maybe I'll be a believer. But yeah, we got to do something. And if the foundation is ready to host it, that would be great. If not, I think $100 is short dollars to get it done. If not.
Did anybody go over the relationship between the commission and the foundation for Gene?
501(c), right?
Yeah, and it's essentially was charter may be the wrong term, but I'll say chartered by the city to establish it as part of the original push behind the commission. But it is a separate organization, right? That's supposed to.
Yeah, it wasn't chartered by the city. It was chartered by us.
Right, but it's in the original, that whatever that you know, in the city's ordinance, thank you, that says, you know, the commission should establish a foundation, right?
Okay.
That's what I meant. So go ahead. You've got better history here than me.
Well, we did form a 501(c)(3) foundation, Veterans Foundation, and what it basically does is we can be the fundraising arm for the work of the commission. And we can also do things on our own, because it is just a standalone organization, you know, 501(c)(3). Having a little bit of trouble with the IRS right now on that 501(c)(3). They sent a letter a couple of months ago saying that we dropped our 501(c)(3) status, and I haven't been able to figure out why.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've got all the paperwork filed again to get it reestablished, but I haven't heard anything. So
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, we filed everything we were supposed to file and stuff, but the state still thinks we're 501c3. We're still, with the state of Washington, but I don't know what's going on with the IRS. The foundation has not really stood up very much yet either because of COVID. We started it right at the beginning of COVID, basically. And we do not even have a full board on the foundation yet. So that's one of those things we're trying to pick up. There's a couple of us on the commission that are on the foundation, and it's designed that way. we didn't want just have all the commission be on the foundation, so we designed it to where that can't happen.
Right. And to Dennis's point, I think there was some confusion in the past of, what was the commission, what's the foundation, and I think we've got that sorted. But it's a good conversation now to raise it just so it isn't confusing for you, Gene. There are two separate organizations. The commission is part of the city, and the foundation is a standalone private organization.
Okay.
Okay. I know this is thrilling, Kelly. Anything you want to add before? Oh, any other updates? I know that second person wasn't part of the city, right? So didn't live in the city. So
Yeah, unfortunately, I've had two really good applicants, but they're not in the city or in our UGA. So they were not eligible. They were confused because they have a Lake Stevens address, but they were way far out.
so Kim, couldn't we modify the UGA?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, let's get to the county council and see if we can get that done. We've only been working on that for 12 years.
What you could do is you could look at the code section and change the requirements, but
Yeah,
that
we could, get the council to change the requirements for the ordinance if we wanted to.
Mm.
I'm not sure that that's going to fly.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
But I think that would be the road to go down if, want to change that. But
Well, one of the things might be as part of this survey is we might, be able to raise some awareness that we're here, and there might be more people that are interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get it on we put the call out. Did we do that on Facebook or we just do it on the city website?
all of the above. Gene, where did you see it by chance?
I signed up for the city notices,
Yeah.
Okay.
the text messages and stuff. I get a text message or I get an email from the city. One day when I
Yeah.
first moved here,
That's great.
I went to your website and I found as sign up for messages. So that's what I did.
Perfect. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, Dawn puts it out on all social media channels and the website.
Let me put it out on, I'll get the chamber to do it. Put it on their feeds. Looking for Veterans Commission and then also looking for veterans. Oh, here comes Sean. Look at that.
Oh, it's about to end.
Samara's still trying to log on too. I don't know what's going on. It kept
Samara?
it kept telling me over and over I had an invalid link.
Oh, weird.
I got
maybe
the
that-
same thing too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
And that's
And
why we're
just-
not getting everybody in.
it took about 4 times before it would actually go through.
oh. Interesting.
Sorry.
No worries. Glad to see you, Sean. We're just talking with Gene, who's on with us today, and he's going to be a new commission member. So you'll probably be seeing that appointment on council maybe next week, hopefully. But he's joining us tonight to get to know everybody and hear what's going on.
One thing I'll warn you about, Gene, is that if you show up late to a meeting, you might find yourself as the head of the commission. So you want to be timely at that 7 o'clock call.
Right.
It's only happened once.
You're the lead, right? You're the last one in, so you're the lead, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And Sean's
Well, Gene,
really quick
welcome.
with those motions.
Thank you so much, Sean.
All right,
Sean
well, we
is-
were just about to end it, but Kim, go
Yeah.
ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sean is another one of our city council members, in case you didn't know, Gene.
And the normally very, very quiet one.
Commission.
Yeah, but when you talk, everybody listens.
Well, I appreciate that. I tend to listen to Kim.
Oh, that's a mistake. Hopefully not too many people are doing that. I don't know if you want to try to wait for someone. Well, we still wouldn't have a quorum, right?
No, I think we're
We
gonna.
need two more for a
short.
quorum.
Yeah, I mean,
We
I'm
should
not
call it.
if the mayor wanted to say anything, I just texted him, see if he's having issues getting in.
Is he in town?
No, he is not. But Sean, you said he was trying to get in?
No.
Samara was trying to get in.
Oh,
Samara.
Samara. Oh, I thought you said the
Samara.
mayor. Wow, I did not hear you correctly. My apologies.
I can see how that would be the mayor, and he's probably
I,
really confused by your text now.
He did. He just goes, no. I say mayor all day long, but I think, okay. Anyway,
What's your call, Kevin?
Well, I hope we can get together in person next month. Sorry it didn't work tonight. And I hope you all have a good couple of weeks. See you on, what is it, October 3rd, October?
I don't have the first Monday date in front of me here.
That
Monday.
would be October 3rd.
Yep.
October 3rd. Great.
So
All right,
we'll
well,
be
have a
Thursday.
great night, guys. See you October
Yep.
3rd.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.